And they're going to do this, they say, ASAP. If they did that, look, I've been the one telling you this is what they're going to do. Have you ever wondered how I knew it? Aside from my brilliant political and analytical skills, they've been telling everybody they're going to do this. They've been trying to scare everybody. And they've been using it as a way to hype their own base. And then they are going to ditch the electoral college by a voter compact move. They want to get rid of the electoral college. And they can. By the way, if they run everything, they can change the number of justices on the Supreme Court. Congress set up the court system. Congress long ago, and Congress has control over it according to the Constitution. So notice we call it packing the court, but they can do it if they want. And if they control everything, the Republicans are not going to have to vote to stop them. Which is the key. Oh, and then the statehood for the District of Columbia and Puerto Rico, that would give them 4 brand new Senate seats, and they would all 4 be commie bastard leftists. Oh, and then for good measure, they would add 16-year-old voting. They're doing it in California. And felon voting. I mean, folks are going to have to scrape the bottom of the barrel to get close to voting. Because as things stand, the Democrat Party, the radical left, are nowhere near being a majority in this country. But this scam that the media has succeeded in running, making it look like you and I and people on our side are outnumbered. We are not. And it's not even close yet, but it's dangerously trending. These guys, Democrats, they're socialist revolutionaries. They want to change the rules to stay in power permanently. And they will if they win the White House and if they win the Senate. I think Trump should name his replacement. I don't know who it's going to be. He can screw everybody up here. Not screw everybody. He can confound everybody by naming a fake name. But can you imagine if he... I don't think that's going to be... Oh, but if he did it, no. I don't know who it's going to be, but let's say that it is an Hispanic female from Florida. And there is one available. I want to see the Democrats for 2 weeks. For 4 weeks, I want to see them trash an Hispanic female. I want to see them Kavanaugh an Hispanic female. I want to watch them do this. I want to watch them try to get away with it. You don't think they will? They would do it like they did Miguel Estrada, absolutely, like they do Clarence Thomas, like they do any other conservative minority. They would get on them for being traitors, failures, phonies, bought and paid for by the white establishment. Oh, there's no question that they would do it. This is probably right, and call her the second white Hispanic. Who was the first white Hispanic? George, what was his name down there in Florida? Who? George Zimmerman, the first white Hispanic guy that caused Trayvon Martin to be deceased. And she was the New York Times, the first white Hispanic. She would be the second white Hispanic. Is how they would do it. But, I mentioned that the Judiciary Committee does not have to do its thing. It's become a tradition, but it's not a requirement. And since Trump has already driven them crazy, since Trump's already, long before today, they are crazy, then why not just blow up another tradition? Because I'll tell you, that's how we're going to maintain the ones that matter. It is the very traditions and institutions that define this country that the left has in its crosshairs. They have to be defeated. This Supreme Court seat has to be confirmed, it has to be named and confirmed. confirmed before the election. All this talk about waiting till after the election. Donald Trump was elected in 2016 on the very basis of the fact that he had a list of names, and people were able to judge those names and his candidacy as a result. The 2020 election has nothing to do with this Supreme Court seat, folks. It has nothing to do with it. Don't fall for this idea that, oh, this is so close to the election. We need to wait. We need to wait for the election so that the right president gets to make. No. We've already voted on the president gets to make this pick, and Donald Trump is he. The 2016 election is what this nomination is about, not the 2020 election. Both in terms of timeline, legalities, and common sense. The 2020 election has nothing to do with this Supreme Court opening. I want the Judiciary Committee. I think it'd be great if it were skipped. We don't need to open that up for whatever length of time so that whoever this nominee is can be Kavanaugh'd or Borked or Thomas'd, because that's what it's going to be, especially where it's not even required. In addition, there are people on the Judiciary Committee who need to be out campaigning in October, not trying to deflect leftist attempts to distort the nominee's junior high school yearbook. And when the vote count is assured, Mitch McConnell needs to take it straight to the floor of the Senate and have the vote. And you know, Murkowski and Collins and Romney, you need to look at this a different way. You were elected. You were elected. Your voters presume that you're going to be there at times like this. Don't tell me they did. Don't tell me your voters don't also support Donald Trump. You people, Romney, Murkowski, Collins, you are on the cusp of misreading your own voters about this. But when the vote count is assured, go straight to the floor for a vote. You know why that protects the senators from being all out attacked by the Democrat mobs? It stops a whole bunch of that. We don't want to give Kamala Harris the opportunity to grandstand in that committee as a vice presidential running mate of plugs. Anyway, I got to take a quick time out here, folks. We're just getting warmed up, and we will see you back in a minute.
Rush on the EIB network. News Radio 920 and 12 FM.
What do millions of Americans and 3 former U.S. presidents have in common? Well, they all agree Boll & Branch sheets are the softest organic cotton sheets on earth, and you will too. You will feel the quality the second you open your first set of Boll & Branch sheets, because they work with family-owned mills all over the world to weave every set of Boll & Branch sheets with the highest level of craftsmanship. And since they sell direct to you, Boll & Branch sheets start at just $60. They're $1,000 quality for a fraction of that price. Plus, you can sleep on them for a month risk-free. Right now, you get $50